So like when I was in high school, or I guess if I can speak for you, like when we were in high school, or like at least like when we were like young people,
Hmm.
I feel like a Honda Prelude would have been a cool car to have, right? I mean, it's kind of like their little two-door sort of sporty car, maybe like a Toyota Celica, has like a little spoiler on
Okay.
the back. Isn't that, I think in Street Fighter 2, isn't that the car that you smash up is a Honda Prelude? Or it looks like
I have
one?
no idea. I never really even thought about that, what kind of car it was.
Well,
And I'm
my
not going to pretend like I know exactly the car you're talking about right now because
well,
I'm
it's
not
fine. It
sure.
doesn't really matter. Well, just take my word for it. It's a little two-door sporty Honda from back in the day, right? It was just kind of
Okay.
a cool car. Like I said, I think comparison to a Celica is probably about right, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, I'm driving home today, to come do this podcast with you, and I'm stuck behind an old lady driving this Prelude.
Hmm.
Like, I don't, I mean, I didn't look at my speedometer, but she was well south of the speed limit. I'll just say.
Would you say that she is probably older than we are?
Oh yeah, no. She was like an old lady, like
Okay.
maybe like in her 70s or something.
Okay.
I mean, maybe she bought that car brand new 35 years ago, but I don't know, man. It's just like that was like a once cool car, and it could still be a cool car. It's like maybe the paint was, kind of dying on that car, but I'm
But
saying like I would have killed for that car when I was like 17 or 18 years old, and to see it being treated that way. Like my car, I would rather my car end up going to the scrap metal place than to have
right.
like some old person, including me, when I get to
Yeah.
the age where I'm too old and I have to drive super, super slow. I hope I'm not still driving my car because it deserves
Right.
better.
I wonder how many people actually buy a car brand new
Yeah.
and they drive it for the entire lifetime of it until it has to be junked.
I mean,
Probably not very many people.
I think that my wife and I are currently in the process of doing that, but we'll see. I mean, we've had,
Yeah.
our truck is like a 2008.
Hmm.
And what
And
is
you
this?
got it brand new?
Yeah. Yeah. In
Okay.
2008. Yeah. So we've
And
had
you're
that
not going to
for
even consider
18.
trading it at some point.
I don't, I mean, we really like having a truck. It's handy
Yeah.
to have a truck. And it's a Toyota
But would
Tacoma,
you
which
could,
those things run forever, They just change oil every
yeah.
once in a while, so, but I mean, and trucks keep getting bigger and bigger. So like, I don't want to trade that for a newer one.
For just a stupidly big one. Yeah. That's just going to
Yeah.
eat so much gas every time you use it. Yeah. Trucks have just like gotten so big and I don't even understand it. I wonder, I bet half the people that drive these big trucks don't even need it for anything.
Yeah. I think those are called like pavement princesses or something like that. I've read. I'm not making that up. That's just what people that drive big trucks for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, we just got a new car for the first time. I don't know if we talked about that on here or not.
I think we talked about that personally. I don't think you ever talked about it
Okay.
on the show.
Well, we just got a new car for the first time in our life. And I think I talked about it. Our previous car, we had a really bad experience getting this Nissan Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And it just was, we bought it used. It was a 2021, I think. And it just had problems with it all the time. We really got screwed over on it. So we were thinking about it for a long time, and we eventually just decided to trade that, take a loss on it, because it was just costing us so much money to upkeep, even though we barely even had it for very long. And just took the hit and bought a 2026 Ford Explorer. And it's been pretty neat having a brand new car with that new car smell and everything. It's maybe the only time that'll ever happen in my life with the way that gas prices and everything are now, and who knows what's waiting for us in the future with it. But I mean, we could be very upset that we got a car that that requires a lot of gas. I mean, we were looking at hybrids and stuff like that, but they were just slightly too expensive for the amount of space that we wanted. We want to be able to take the kids and take two of their friends, or like one friend each. in there. So we needed something with the third row. And this fit the bill. And it's pretty neat, though, having a new car like that. I'm very afraid to drive it. I've only driven it once. But it's not technically my car. It's, I have a Ford Focus that's it's my car that I drive most of the time.
That's like a little hatchback, isn't it?
No, it's just four-door. Is the term sedan?
All right, I don't know what I was thinking about then.
But it's a 2018, and I like it. It has some issues. I guess Ford Focuses from that specific time have issues with their transmission, and sometimes it doesn't switch gears like it should. It's an automatic, but it doesn't switch gears like it should.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen all the time. But hopefully it stays working for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, I tell me about this car. So you would have killed to have this.
I wasn't going anywhere else with that. It just bummed me out. It's like when an old person's driving slow in like an old person car, it's like, yeah, whatever. Like I'm not going to say I don't get annoyed, but at the same time, I hope that when I'm old and I'm the one getting in people's way, that people show me the same grace that I try to show,
Yeah.
Like you can get frustrated internally, but don't, like I would never like honk at an old person. Like that's just cruel,
Yeah. It's funny because, my next door neighbor, he's an older guy, and he's friends with my brother. And I remember, I think he might have some, like he gets angry if he gets caught behind somebody. But my brother was telling me about how they went on spring break one time and they were in Myrtle Beach or something like that. And our neighbor was driving the car and he got caught behind an old person.
Yeah.
And he was getting so mad and he started yelling. He said, "Stop eating your prunes."
See that's kind of more what I do. If I'm in the car and I'm starting to feel a little bit road ragey, is I'll just yell. But I don't like gesticulate and I keep the windows rolled up and I'm not really like screaming. It's more of like, it's a self-exercise to help me kind of get the negative energy out. Yeah. But hopefully the person in front of me doesn't know that,
that you're just
because I just think the whole idea of honking at people should be for like, because this happens to me a lot because my car is really low. Like I'll be on the freeway and the person next to me is like merging into me. So then the honking is like, hey, like, stop it.
Don't hit me.
I'm here. Or, if you're stopped at a light, and there's a car in front of you, the light turns green and the person doesn't go because they're like on their phone. You can give them just a little beep, just a quick one, like just to get their attention.
Yeah.
Like a little beep, But like, when someone's driving slow and you're behind them and you honk, it's not going to fix your problem. They're not going to be like, oh, I didn't realize I was only driving the speed limit. Let me hit the gas a little bit. Like that never happens. You're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it for yourself to make yourself feel better rather than to try to fix the problem, because probably fixing the problem is outside of your control, right? Unless you can pass the person.
Yeah.
So I try not to do that is my point. Like, honk for a reason that's going to help a situation. But if you're just mad, just yell and try to yell with a poker face. I like doing that, Like I said, don't be demonstrative, just yell for yourself. And then you can come up with creative things to yell, like quit eating your prunes. That's a good one.
Which is pretty good, right?
Yes.
That is something, hearing the story, it's really stuck with me for years because I just think it's really funny. And I automatically think of that because when you think about prunes, you think of old people eating their prunes.
Absolutely. And of course, for the longest time, there was like the rumor or not a rumor, but it's not an old, I don't know. I forgot what you call this, it's misinformation that Dr. Pepper was prune flavored soda.
Yeah, that sounds vaguely
and
familiar.
That
I don't
ended up getting like disproved or something. It's just sort of like a thing people would say, old wives' tale or something. Oh, that's prune flavored soda. And whoever told you that would also point out to you that it was Lyndon Johnson's favorite soda. Like nobody knows one of those factoids without knowing the other one and wanting to share both of them with you back to back.
This is completely new to me, I think.
Oh.
Like, I'd never heard of it. It was Lyndon Johnson's
Yeah.
favorite drink.
That's how he fed.
Dr. Pepper's good.
That's how he fed Jumbo. You know, Jumbo lived on Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. You know, just kind of jumping off on the soft drink
Yeah.
thing. So it has very little to do with soft drinks, but I was on the road for work last week, and I came home, and my wife and daughter were watching that Michael Jackson biopic,
Yeah.
Michael.
Okay.
And I came in at the very end of the movie,
Uh-huh.
and without even thinking, you know, I just caught a glimpse of it. I hadn't really seen anything about this. I hadn't seen it before, and I'm like, oh, is this when his hair catches on fire?
Yeah.
And like immediately after I said that,
Yeah.
it happened.
Oh, nice. Oh,
And
so
my
you-
wife's like, or my daughter's like, don't spoil it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she didn't know that was going to happen.
Right. But it's just one of those things, you know, that I was surprised that it was in the movie, but it makes sense that it was in the movie, right?
I mean,
But
I
it's just-
remember that happening. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I saw it live, but I'm saying I remember that, you know, happening and it just being like a really scary thing, you know? So I don't know.
Right.
That was kind of a big deal when like the world's biggest pop star accidentally caught on fire.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you could leave that. I'd say I don't know how you could leave that out of the biopic, but I haven't seen it, but I asked somebody out of curiosity. I'm like, oh my God, like how did they handle all of the, you know, allegations or whatever? And the
it doesn't even
person-
get there. It's
Yeah, the
just goes
person
up
said,
until
"Oh, well,
the-
yeah, it stops before that," and I was like, "Well, that's convenient."
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I should watch the whole thing, but I don't know. I feel as though I've gotten really sick of Michael Jackson's music. I'm just, it's just this really boring to me now. Like I will almost always change the radio station if it's on. I don't know what it is. Like it's just, I just
don't feel like
I've
I
heard
hear
it
it
too
enough
much.
to get sick of it. But
yeah, I think that I mean, I listen to the radio more than you do, so probably it's.
well, man, I
like
listen
that
to like
happens a lot.
satellite radio, and I think the stations I listen to are not going to be playing
Right.
Michael Jackson. You know, sounds like you're hitting
Right.
up the adult contempo pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, I just go through all the 12 stations I have on preset, and if I find something I want to hear, that's when I'm not listening to podcasts or something,
Yeah.
or just I have an album that I want to listen to. I just thought it was funny, the idea of that I spoiled the fact that Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire,
Yeah,
like seconds before it actually happened.
yeah, yeah,
Because you're watching this and there's just no way that if you had no idea this was going to happen, you would have no idea that was going to happen.
yeah, yes,
But, you know, people our age, everybody knows about that.
yeah, yeah. Hey, this thought just occurred to me. This has nothing to do with Michael Jackson, but you know.
Okay.
Normally, right, that's where I screwed up for episode 61, which, by the way, you're listening to episode 63. Here's my question for you. First of all, I forgot to mention last time was episode 62, which just reminds me of UHF, the movie UHF, because the channel that George Newman takes over is U62. Because I don't know, I got nothing for 63. So, but anyway, so, you know, I was saying with episode 61, I forgot to take notes while we were recording. And so that's what I put in the description box for that episode is, you know, something about like, I forgot to take notes. So just deal with it, you know?
Yeah.
Cause I have like this little reporter's notebook that, you know, I use every time to take notes with, but I was thinking, hey, you know what would be really annoying for everybody except me is if next time I have a typewriter right here in front of me and I'll type the notes while we're talking. Like
Maybe
I
a
would
little bit louder
love
than just
that.
even the clacking of a keyboard.
Yeah, people probably would not like that very much.
It would be pretty funny, though.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were opening your mouth.
Oh.
Were you going to say something?
I do want to. I just want to clarify that the reason I mentioned Michael Jackson's hair catching on fire is because it happened on the set of a Pepsi commercial. And we were talking
right.
about
Yeah, I
Dr.
forgot the
Pepper.
soft drink thing. Yeah.
So making that connection, just for the people that
Yeah.
might not know how I got from Dr. Pepper, a soft drink,
Right.
to Michael Jackson.
Because as you'll recall, back then, Pepsi was the choice of a new generation.
Yeah.
That was
When was the
their-
last time you had Pepsi? Just like straight up Pepsi, like not even Diet Pepsi or anything?
I couldn't tell you, like, because I don't really ever drink non-diet.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, it's got to be something special, like diet root beer. That's nasty. You're gonna eat root beer, or drink root beer rather, just drink it. But like
I'm all
Coke or
about the
Pepsi or
zero
whatever,
sugar
I'm like
options.
all into like just give me the diet, or like 7-Up. Like I don't want diet 7-Up, but yeah, like regular like high octane Pepsi. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. I remember the last time I had it, it hurt. It hurt my mouth.
In what way? Like
it just kind of burned.
I don't. I've never heard that one before. I don't know why that would be.
Yeah, because I drank more Pepsi growing up, but somewhere along the line I switched over to Coke, and there's no going back.
Yeah, see, my mom was like a Coke woman until she just quit drinking soda, so we always had Coke.
Yeah.
Do you remember Pepsi Free?
Pepsi Free.
Yeah, that's like old. I don't know if that was like the predecessor of Diet Pepsi. They used to have this stuff called Pepsi Free. And I remember because it even got like mentioned in Back to the Future,
Yes.
Because remember, he's like, oh, let me get a tab. He's like, hey, if you want a tab, you got to buy something first, And he's like, well, give me a Pepsi Free. You want a Pepsi, you're going to pay for it, pal,
Yeah. That's funny because I hadn't thought about Pepsi Free until I recently watched those movies with my kids. We tried to watch the first one years ago, and it just went right over their heads. So we watched the first one, and both my kids loved it. They loved that first one.
I don't know how you can not like it. Like that's one of the
yeah. Then we watched the second one, and my daughter could only watch like half of it because it stressed her out so much.
Yeah.
It's a stressful movie because you're always thinking, oh, they're barely gonna make it.
Yeah.
Are they gonna make it?
Yeah.
I
guess.
And then she didn't even watch the third one. And my son really liked the third one too.
I mean, I love all three movies, but the first one is way better than the other two.
Yeah.
Like all three of them are great, but the first one is like an absolute
really
classic, like top 5 80s movie probably. And the other two are it's like Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, right? Like I still love Ghostbusters 2, but don't even compare it to the first movie.
Yeah. But the second one I've always really liked, but I think it's aged really well. And I especially love the ending to 2.
Yeah.
It just the way that it picks up like, right after the ending of the first one, where it's in 1955, the ending of the Yeah, I love that part.
What?
So I've been thinking a lot about the does it slap or should we eat it?
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to this other podcast when I have the opportunity to listen to other podcasts.
Yeah.
Called Fine Time, and I really like it. But it's kind of
time.
Fine Time. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I went and hung out at
Coury's
house last night, and I had a fine time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just like three friends just kind of hanging out and talking about stuff. And they talk about games, but they also talk about a lot of other stuff. And sometimes there's episodes dedicated to just like specific themes and stuff, and sometimes they have these little games that they play. And they had one that I really liked where it was, is this thing rated properly, overrated, or underrated?
Oh, all right. So that's kind of similar, I guess.
But I didn't want to steal that idea outright because I like the idea that what they did is they would come up with like the one that I listened to, they talked about just like various songs, like popular songs.
Yeah.
And they kind of figure out whether like this song is underrated or if it's, like overrated or properly rated.
Okay.
And it was fun. Just their discussion was to come to a consensus, I guess, for each song.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about like, what if we just change like does it slap or should we eat it to something where it's just like, oh, here's like just some random things.
Yeah.
And it's like, is this cool? But I was thinking we need like a middle option, something that also makes us sound
like F, Marry, Kill. Because you're saying right now all we have is marry and kill.
Yes.
Right.
So I was trying to find some terminology that is like, properly out of our lexicon and
age
it just makes it sound really bad.
Yeah.
The thing is that it doesn't really exactly mean mid.
Right.
It's more like ugly or like messy.
Uh-huh.
So I was suggesting that we change this segment to does it slap?
Yeah.
Is it chopped?
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say chopped. Yeah.
Yeah. Or should we eat it?
I don't know. Don't you think if it's chopped, isn't that like if it's chopped, you're going to eat it? Don't you think?
Not always. I mean, it's okay to like bad stuff.
All right.
too.
Okay. All right.
Does
Did you
that-
run this by your daughter to kind of make sure we got the meanings of all these things correct?
No, I'm running it against the commenters of this episode.
Oh, okay.
If they have
okay.
another suggestion,
Okay.
and I don't want to use mid because
Yeah.
that's too simple.
Yeah. It's too obvious too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would want to suggest, is it chopped?
Okay. Yeah. So
So
people should please put something down in the comments section. If you're watching this on YouTube and if you're listening to it, you can send us an email at here'smypodcast@gmail.com. Does it slap?
There
Is
you
it
go.
chopped? Or should we eat it?
yeah.
Did
I like
you
that,
have
though.
anything for us to do that with? Or is this just preparation
it was something
for the future?
It was preparation.
Okay.
Because I don't think it'd be fun if I just like had a bunch of stuff to mention.
Yeah.
What really got me thinking about it is after listening to that, I was thinking like, I was thinking about like guitar solos for some reason. I was
Yeah.
going to compare like guitar solos in certain songs,
Oh, yeah.
but it's a half-baked idea. I'm not going to go with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go with it. We'll come back to that some other time.
Well, it's also hard because the other person has to be able to sort of recall that solo because we don't allow for looking up of things.
Yeah.
And you can't play the solo like on the air or then we're going to get in trouble.
Yes. So maybe we could suggest certain things.
Well, you
to
have
each
a
other,
guitar
like,
now,
before
don't you? Like you could probably just play the solo
Yeah, sure.
and probably you'd be bad enough at it that we wouldn't get a copyright claim.
Probably.
Yeah.
But either way, that's just something that's food for thought, I think,
Yeah.
for the next episode.
I'm into it. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
sorry, you got more?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. Because this was something I was thinking about, and I just feel like now is the perfect time to slide it in.
Okay.
So this is not me like having a hot take or anything. This is just I'm just throwing out this idea. Okay. It's just for discussion. I'm not making a statement like what's his face says. I'm just asking questions, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
that's like a bad faith
yeah.
argument.
Yes.
Every time you hear that.
But I am actually doing that.
Okay.
I'm not doing it in bad faith. Okay. So, I mean, I don't feel like this is even a thing anymore. This is already me showing my age. But, and I've talked about this before on the show, like, all the hate that Nickelback, at this point, I would say used to get, because I don't even hear anybody talk about Nickelback anymore, right? Which is fun.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of said before that, all the things you can say about Nickelback, I just feel like, well, you could say that about a lot of bands from that era, right? Like,
Yeah.
They're just so average along with so many other bands that like, why are you picking on Nickelback versus all these other bands you could say the same thing about? But then the other day, because of a CD we were listening to in the car, it made me think this. Can't you take all the criticisms that people have about Nickelback and apply them to Foo Fighters? But nobody ever does. Everybody loves Foo Fighters, but
Yeah.
most of their music is, it's pretty, generic, corporate, made to get a lot of radio airplay. It's just maybe they get cut some slack because that's basically the continuation of Nirvana as far as the musicians go. Like, and everybody
Yeah.
loves Dave Grohl because he has this like, super happy, positive public persona. Like,
Yeah, but
if you just
but I
look at
like
their
it,
music, I mean,
generally.
is it?
Well, I will say that I have not really listened to an entire Foo Fighters album probably since that double album that came out.
Well, see, we
which
had
was
the
years and years.
greatest hit CD on in the car, which I think
Okay.
really just highlights that, like, oh yeah, these are all. And I'm not saying it's not good. I mean, I like listening to Foo
Yeah.
Fighters. I don't think I would pay to see him in concert. Like, this is not me saying, oh, Foo Fighters sucks, but it's just like there's not a whole lot of meat on that bone. Like, it's just like you know, corporate mass consumption, you know, made for radio airplay music, which I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
But that's coming from someone who's just listening to the greatest hits. That's the stuff that was on the radio. Like, you know, there's probably
I think you
deep cuts
have to judge bands by their hit song. You can't. I don't like when someone's like, "Oh yeah, that song sucks because it was popular," but you got to get into their deep cuts. Like, no.
Well, I'm
not into that.
in their defense, though. I feel as though their first album.
I don't think they need to be
Color and
defended.
Shape are
not,
like,
this is not me like throwing shade at them.
Well, I think that their first two albums, and actually their first three, you know, are probably set themselves apart from like anything that Nickelback ever did. But now I'm not going to sit there and be like, I have listened to all of Nickelback's
But I'm
albums.
not trying to say that like Nickelback is in the same, you know, but I'm saying that like those are the criticisms about Nickelback. Is it's just like, oh, it's like just this corporate sellout generic rock.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that I think if you listen to most, like if you can listen with honest ears to most, you know, Foo Fighters stuff, it's like, come on, man. Like, that doesn't mean it's not fun to listen to, right? Like, I like eating Starburst. It's not health food. It's the same thing.
Yeah. What I'm looking forward to is eventually this is going to happen.
What?
There has to be some sort of crossover with the singer of Nickelback, Chad Kroeger, and Kroger Grocery Store. Like, it is going to happen in our lifetime.
It's kind of odd that it hasn't already. Like,
exactly.
That seems like such an obvious.
Yeah.
Especially like on the radio, like.
Yeah.
You know,
How is.
Hey, this is Chad Kroeger for Kroger Grocery Stores. I don't know what he sounds like, but.
Kroger.
You know.
Kroger for Kroger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. You know, ad people, give me a call. We'll talk about it. But, you know, I don't know. It seems like such an easy layup.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know, they can do something with that Spider-Man song where he just like that was like a solo song of his.
I don't know.
It was at the end of the first Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire movie.
I mean, I haven't seen that movie in a really long time, so.
Yeah. Well, they should do this.
Now we're going to get like hate comments from like Foo Fighters stans. I'm not trying to criticize. I'm not trying to say they suck. I enjoy Foo Fighters music. I'm just saying it's kind of the McDonald's of, you know, millennial rock, like 90s and millennial rock music.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that would say that they are.
Who doesn't want McDonald's sometimes? I would eat some right now.
But they're one of the few straight up rock bands that are still selling out arenas, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they have a huge fan base. I'm not saying they don't deserve it. In fact, I mean, I would kind of argue that that's kind of like to my point, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that they can sell out arenas, and they are one of the few bands like that are selling
like
out
Smashing Pumpkins,
venues.
for example, which I'm not like some kind of Smashing Pumpkins super fan either, but I mean, their music is a lot more interesting, I would say.
Yeah.
Complex, whatever.
Right.
But they're not selling.
I don't listen to anything
they're not
in a
selling
long
out
time.
arenas, you know.
Yeah.
Anymore.
If I can suggest something, this one YouTube channel I've kind of gotten into and called Trackstar.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just this host is just talking to musicians or actors or anything. They put on headphones and they like play a song for them, and they have to try to guess what it is.
Yeah.
And there's some really good people on there. There's a really good one with Ben Gibbard from Death Cab.
Yeah.
You know, just they talk about songs. They try to keep them guessing. You know, like what's going to come next. But usually, you know, liking a certain song will have them talking about their inspirations and stuff. It's pretty good though. There's a lot of like random people on there. So if nobody listens to this podcast, check that out. You should.
Yeah. Is there an episode with Gene Simmons? I'd love to see that.
There isn't.
I don't have enough Gene Simmons in my life. He seems like such a cool, relatable guy.
Gene Simmons, man, I haven't thought about him in a while.
Yeah, I was joking. He seems like.
Remember, he had that TV show.
He seems like somebody I would not want to be stuck in an elevator with.
Yeah. Seems like he might smell a little bit. I don't know. He might have bad breath too.
I feel like he would smell like bad breath and a lot of cologne.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's constantly sweating.
I don't know why I think about that sometimes. Like really famous people that I would absolutely hate to be stuck in an elevator with. I don't know why.
Who else?
I mean, my biggest one was like Tom Cruise.
You wouldn't want to be in an
Although
elevator
I don't
with
know.
him?
It's just like, there's things about that guy that really creep me out. But at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised. Like, let's say you're stuck in an elevator with Tom Cruise. I wouldn't be surprised if like you couldn't just sit there and talk to him for hours about movies and like that he'd actually be into it. I'll give him that because he just seems like so excited about movies, and being in them,
Yeah. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would get off a couple of floors before you and like fart on his way out.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
That's what Tom Cruise is doing these days.
Yeah. I mean, if Gene Simmons seems more like he would crop dust in the elevator on the way out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what else has been going on?
Oh, I got lots of stuff. I just didn't know. I don't want to hog the airwaves.
Yeah. We had talked about it before, and I guess I talked about it a little bit last night on our live stream, and I don't really know how to launch into this.
Do you want me to do it for you? Would that help you get you started?
No,
okay.
No, it's all right. It's been a very strange week. My father passed away last Wednesday, and it's been a weird thing to think about. We weren't super, super close. My parents got divorced when I was just a couple months old, so I never lived with them.
Right.
So my brother is, lived with them for several years as a child, but not me. And, it's not like we didn't ever see him. We saw him every Saturday and Wednesday. He'd take us for dinner on Wednesdays, and we'd spend the day at his house on Saturdays. And it was, a big part of my life. I think that I am into a lot of the stuff that I'm into because of him.
Would you say that was like for your entire childhood?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we would do that until I was basically in high school.
Okay.
I would say we'd have dinner every Wednesday for sure. I don't know when the Saturdays even stopped, but definitely all the way through high school we would have dinners.
Like he would take you out. Like would you guys always go out for dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had Alzheimer's and he had rapidly declined in the last few years. I think the last time that I really felt that he was in good mind was probably 2019.
Oh wow.
And that's when we took he got remarried in 2009, and we went with his wife's family and our family. Had a house in Myrtle Beach that we rented, and we were only there for 4 days, but they were like everybody else was there for a week, and I feel like that was really the last time that he was really totally coherent, I guess. Because after COVID, I didn't see him for a while, as COVID was happening. So I just didn't see him for a long time. And then, his mom had Alzheimer's, but she lived quite a bit longer. My dad was 78 when he died. He had just turned 78 at the beginning of this month on June 2nd. And I'm pretty sure that his mom lived until she was 89, I think. So it just affected him a lot earlier. But he also is the kind of person that he lived like a hard life, I guess, in that he, he drank a lot. He went out all the time. He was just kind of a partier guy. I mean, that's why my parents weren't together.
Yeah.
Right? Because, he would go out and party and leave my mom home with my brother and a newborn baby.
Yeah.
And wouldn't come back until the next day. So, I mean, he's definitely did not treat his body very well.
Right.
You know, he would just like subsist on, we used to call him the 3 Ps. That he would subsist, like completely just exist on unless he had to take us for dinner.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was drinking Pepsi.
Yeah.
He'd eat popcorn and he'd snack on these like little mints called Peppo mints.
Oh, yeah. Peppermints, yeah.
So it just seemed like he was just having that and smoking cigarettes.
I mean,
It was like
that doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah. But, you know, like looking back on it, you know, we would go to his house on Saturdays and we'd rent movies and watch movies all day. And he would just, as he used to say, he's like, I'm going to go doze for a bit.
Uh-huh.
And he would just nap all day. And it's very obvious to me now. I didn't know it at the time, but he's hungover from being out the night before. And then also wanted to rest up so he could go and do it again that night, right? After he dropped us off.
Yeah.
But I would say that, you know, my love for movies and all the things that I saw were because he would take us out to go see a movie, like anything we wanted to see, almost every week, it seems like.
Yeah.
Or we'd go to his house or whatever apartment he was living in at the time. And, you know, we'd rent a bunch of stuff. And we'd also like, you know, I'd rent Nintendo games and bring my brother's Nintendo. And that's when I played a bunch of stuff. But so my grandparents ran they started out as private investigators, and then they opened their own home security business that did pretty well in my hometown. And, you know, so they had a decent amount of money, and my dad was an only child. So he kind of just worked for them and made probably more than he was like working for, you know?
Yeah.
So he'd never really had any money problems. So, you know, he would get me like some of the expensive things for Christmas each year. And he would show up every Christmas morning. He'd show up and he would, you know, open presents with all of us. And then either he'd like nap on the couch and leave, or there's a couple of times when he went into hospice last Saturday, the Saturday before this past one, I was just thinking a lot about like, what are my happiest memories with him. And I think that like those Christmas mornings where it almost felt like we were like a real family, like a 4-person family, are the things that I think about the most. But back in 2007, I think my brother was in a bad car accident down in Florida, and it like messed up his feet really bad. My brother was in a wheelchair for like almost a year.
Oh, wow.
From that.
All right.
So he lived with my dad during that time. And that's really the first time that I can think of where my dad like was really there. You know, like he really took care of him, you know, did everything he needed to do for him for a year, basically. And I just think about how that, like that's the time where I guess leading up to that, like when that had happened, I went down there to visit. My wife came with. We were still like early in our dating life. And sorry, my cat's like talking up a storm over here.
Oh, that's all right.
And
I left the basement door open in case Shadow wants to come down here, but he left and I don't know where he is.
Yeah, Jasmine's just right here, just talking. Anyways, my mom went down there to see him, and we all like stayed there or in like the apartment next door for a while. And that was like a good chunk of time where it felt like, oh, like my parents are like getting along really well and like hanging out like as like friends.
Yeah.
And it like felt as close to like having like a normal family life outside of those Christmas mornings of any other time in my life.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of things that I've thought about because, you know, I didn't know if, depending on what happens, things are still in flux with if there's going to be like a funeral, if he is getting cremated, and I'm not involved in this because I'm up here and everybody else is down there. But he does want to get cremated, and he wants to have his ashes spread at a certain coordinate, like out in the Gulf of Mexico, where apparently his old like platoon mate from his time in Vietnam is in the same spot.
Oh.
But the problem is that nobody knows the coordinates.
Oh, that is a problem.
We currently, we don't know if this information is in his will, because currently his will is lost. So
That's not helpful.
there's a lot of things are in flux right now, but I'm not really involved in that. Hopefully it all gets found and worked out, because I don't think we should really go above and beyond to make sure that his ashes are put where he wants them to be, instead of just like, oh, we're just going to go out into the Gulf of Mexico and put it wherever, because I guess you got to go out a minimum of 3 miles from land to be able to do that. I don't want to do like the minimum amount.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So it's just a weird feeling, I guess, all this stuff happening, because even though like I hadn't seen him in person since, I want to say like March of 2025. It's just weird because, knowing that he's gone.
Yeah.
I guess. And I have a small family, so there's not a lot of death. There has not been a lot of death in my family. So the last person to die was my grandmother, like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Just a weird thing to be thinking about. I don't know. I think it's because I'm so far away from it, and I haven't seen him that often. It's definitely made it easier to deal with. My brother would see him every Sunday, especially during football season. He'd go over there, and he was a lifelong Buffalo Bills fan, so they'd get together and go watch the Bills game or someplace or at their house. So I think my he's really going to struggle with it. He already is.
Yeah.
But I think that he will, especially, those years, like that year where he was taking care of him, like that was their,
yeah.
They had this opportunity to get really close during that time. So, yeah, I don't know. I've just been thinking about it a lot. It's almost made me feel like very like nondescript a lot of times. And I don't know if that's like a combination of that happening along with, I mean, I don't know if it hasn't hit me as hard also because like I take antidepressants. So it makes it so it maybe hasn't made me feel as sad about it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard because I think I kind of went through something similar with my stepfather.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how close we were. We had kind of a weird relationship, but I mean, I definitely loved him, and we spent a lot of time together, just the two of us and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it was kind of the same thing where he kind of slowly slipped away. Like I'm not sure if he had Alzheimer's. My mom never said that, but she would say dementia, which I guess in my mind's like the same thing, but maybe it's not. But he just kept having like strokes, but not the real bad ones. He would just keep having little strokes. And so it would make him worse and worse and worse, like physically and mentally. And kind of like you, like I hadn't seen him in person in kind of a while. But for me, it was kind of like I didn't want to see him that way. Like I didn't think he was going to get anything out of it. Based on what my mom told me, I kind of got the impression that I don't think he would even know who I was. I just didn't want to remember him that way. And so when he finally passed away, it's like, I'm not saying there's not sadness there, but it's like that person that you knew was like already gone.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was just painful to have to even just hear about from my mom, like the stuff that was going on. And so when he finally passed away, it's like you're not supposed to be glad, right? Like just social, if you tell somebody that, they're like, what are you, some kind of monster? But it's like, it was the best thing to happen. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't want that to happen to me when I'm old. I mean, it's like, I want to just die when it's time to die. And so but then you feel, so I'm saying this because I don't know if you relate to this. I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm just trying to, like, I never really felt that sad. And so then I felt guilty for not feeling sad because I'm like, well, shouldn't I feel sad? But it's like, this all happened over such a long period of time that you never had like a sudden incident, you know, that caused a massive change, that then all of a sudden you're going to feel sad. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I feel like every time I would see him, I actively thought like this could be the last time I see him.
Yeah.
And also, you know, he barely knew who I was. And you don't have any real kind of conversation at that point either. If you do have a conversation, it's just like usually, well, at least with him, he just like repeats the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have anything else to like relate to or talk to you about, right?
Yeah.
So I think that, yeah. And, you know, I would see him every time like I was just happened to be in Florida for work or something, but it would not be for a very long time. And you could definitely see like the decline in his face. I think like the thing that always stuck out to me is like he just had this lost look on his face where he's just kind of,
oh yeah,
very, you know,
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I just would rather think about those times before.
Yeah.
And, you know, like even, you know, I talk about 2019, it being like that was like the last time that he was kind of there. But I mean, personally, you know, like I had kind of slowly been distancing myself anyways because of our political disagreements. So that certainly came into play a bit too, where I was kind of pulling back from him for a while anyways.
Yeah.
But when you know, you talk about like you don't feel glad, it's more like it's a relief.
Yeah, that's probably a better way of putting it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where it's just like, okay, you know, I'm glad that they're not suffering anymore.
Right.
And it's just like relieving. It's like I don't need to try to make memories with this person either anymore.
Yeah.
I guess. With a person that's not even really there.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like I needed to do anything for closure, I think, because I had closure a long time ago.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say as well.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, like for my stepdad, like there was not a service or anything. And like I asked my mom when he passed away, you know, can I come down there and just be with you or whatever? She's like, no, I just want to be by myself.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. It's weird. It's weird. But I mean, so this is, you know, your mom that you've been spending a lot of time with.
Yeah.
In the last last year, really, when you think about it, it's been, you spent a lot of time.
9 months or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, did you ever talk to her about that time when you were with her? If you don't want to talk about this, don't.
Oh no, I don't mind. I mean, no, I just, you know, I mean, she still talks about him, obviously. I mean, that was her husband for a long time. So, you know, it's just, but, you know, I would say it's more like her and I will share like good memories.
Yeah.
About him. Like I'll get into this in a minute, but you know, like I went somewhere the other day where I'm walking around in this place and I'm just thinking just like, man, Ken would have gotten the biggest kick out of this. And so then like the next time I sat down, because I write my mom letters now like twice a week. Because
that's super cool.
She enjoys them and, you know, whatever. So like the next time I sat down and wrote her a letter, I told her all about that. And it, you know, it made me think of Ken because he would have loved it. So.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to do that when I get that typewriter.
We'll see.
I'm going to write my mom letters.
You should. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's the biggest thing I love about, you know, I use my typewriters now for lots of stuff, but I mean, that's the thing I enjoy most about having them is like, it's just not the same. Like it's not the same if you just email somebody or text somebody. If you sit down and you write somebody a letter, you know, like maybe, you know, I don't know if my mom saves all the letters I send her, you know, but she at least has the option to, you know, and same thing. Like if you start writing your mom letters, she could save all your letters, you know, and then.
Yeah. It's like real effort.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It seems like there's so much stuff in today's world where it's about removing any kind of effort
Yeah.
or friction from everything
Yeah.
that it almost makes most stuff not feel worth doing.
Yeah. But like I would never like I have like all the cards my wife has ever given me, like birthday cards, Christmas cards, Valentine's Day cards, anniversary cards. Like I keep that stuff, you know? Or like I have to get a bigger bin now. I have like a plastic bin with like everything anybody's ever sent me because of the show, right? Like postcards or like fan letters or any of that stuff. Like I keep it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I've had people just email me too. And like, I don't delete the email, but I'm never going to see it again probably because it's just buried on like page 114 of my Gmail, you know?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't know. I don't send people letters thinking like, oh, they're going to hang on to this forever. But, you know, it's like you can read it and throw it in the garbage. I don't mind. But, you know.
Yeah.
I just enjoy the act of doing it, you know. And I think a lot of it too is I like just having that longer format. You know, it's like you text somebody and it's like a sentence or a part of a sentence, and it's just like it's all just throwaway stuff, you know. But it's like I send you a letter and it's like me like just writing out all this stuff that happened or whatever, you know, or talking about whatever, you know.
It's probably
like,
good for like arranging your thoughts of like everything that's happened in the day or something you learned about.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of write myself letter. I mean, I'm not writing myself a letter like, dear Chris, like, but I'm saying like, sometimes I'll sit down at the typewriter and I'll just like start writing. And it's just like, here's kind of what, and I always put the date at the top. Mm-hmm. And I'll just kind of, it's almost like sort of stream of consciousness of just like whatever's going on. And then I just have like a little folder where I keep them because I figured like, you know, if I go back and read those in 5 or 10 years, maybe it'll be kind of a trip because it's like the same thing I say about magazines. Like the reason I love old magazines is it's like, you know, you go read EGM from like November of 93. That's what was going on in November of 93. And like, we don't really have that anymore for a lot of stuff. But
time just kind of mixes together.
Yeah. And I've never been the kind of person that wanted to keep a journal or whatever. Anytime I've sat down and tried to write in a journal, I've just felt silly. I can't explain why, but I can sit down and type a page or two, and I don't, for whatever reason, to me, it doesn't feel silly at all.
Could you get like a binder?
Yeah. Why not?
And make it a journal?
Well, I mean, yeah, you just get a three ring binder with like those plastic page things. Mm-hmm. I mean, either that or I'd have to like punch holes in the paper, but I don't want to do that because I don't have the margins on my typewriter set for that. But what's that?
They're all different. All your papers, different sizes too.
Sometimes, yeah. So yeah, no, I could do, but right now, like I got, there's like this little, I mean, I'd say it's a thrift store. They call themselves like a community reuse store. I mean, it's nicer than a thrift store, I guess, a little bit. But I got this cool little metal box that's meant for holding like hanging folders. So it's you know, like the same folders you'd put in a file cabinet, but this is just like a little like 6-inch deep box. And I got some hanging folders to put in there. And so like right now I just put one of the folders in there is for me to put those papers in. So
you can come back to it in years and just say, oh, this is what I was.
Yeah. And I don't do it every day
at this time.
Just, you know, it's just sometimes I sit down because I type a lot of stuff on the typewriter where as soon as I'm done, I wad it up and throw it away because it was just me screwing around, you know?
Yeah.
But when I write something like that, like that's different, you know, I hang on to that.
Yeah. Well, either way, I just wanted to like share that because I think that, you know, I've been thinking about it a lot. And it's just, I don't know if it'll like just hit me in the future or be like, oh man. But I mean, like I've always been really close with my mom, but now this is, you know, this also like makes her feel very mortal.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I can only tell you from my own experience. Like I said, I with Ken, like I never felt like, oh, it's going to hit me. Right. Maybe I thought it would and it never did because it was this long drawn out thing. Whereas like everybody else. Well, that's not true. Like one of my grandmas was kind of the same thing. Like she was in home hospice care and whatnot, and she kind of slipped away. And so when it finally happened, there was some relief, like you said. But like both my grandfathers, my other grandmother, and my father, those were all very sudden.
Yeah.
And so, after the initial shock, it kind of like hits you, and there's more of like an emotional response to that, I think, in my experience.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
we can move on.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good. I said what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've said it to you a couple times already, but I'll just say it again. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. That means a lot.
So I don't want to annoy people, but I did want to talk about typewriters a little bit again.
Okay.
I mean, it's the biggest thing I'm interested in right now, so it'll pass or whatever.
And there's a lot of commenters that are like, keep on talking about it, please.
That's true. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. That reminds me. If anybody wants to join that isn't already, if you join the Classic Gaming Quarterly Discord server or whatever it's called, there's a CGQ Typewriter Club channel in there now. Because there's a couple other guys in my chat that were already there. They're also into typewriters. But I mean, we're always, always happy to get new members, if you want to even just chat about typewriters or just post pictures of your typewriters or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the CGQ Discord is basically here's my question for you Discord. I mean, it's
I guess it's like, I don't know. I mean,
if you're looking for a Discord for this show,
sure,
it's that server.
Yeah. You just want to keep the riffraff out of your server is what I'm hearing right now.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay if you want to get in there.
Oh, that's true. Mine is free.
Yeah. We have a very low barrier of entry, but it's. I
get it.
I think like the people in our Discord really like the fact that that's how it is. Like that there's only. You don't get people in there starting stuff.
Yeah, and that's because I remember thinking about that. Like, oh, should I do something like that to just sort of keep the human detritus out of my Discord? But we just haven't really had. I'm not saying people don't get bounced out of there every once in a while, but it doesn't happen very often. And I'm grateful that I have a few people that are like sort of the moderators or whatever of my Discord.
Right.
Because one thing that I found is that because of the nature of kind of what we're doing, it's almost like a conflict of interest for you to moderate your own Discord, because it's putting you in an uncomfortable position where you're basically having to kick one of your fans out of your Discord. Right. And that feels real crappy, right, to do.
It does.
And so I basically a long time ago just made a decision that I'm not involved in any of that anymore.
Yeah.
So like I've got like three guys who are like the moderators or whatever of the Discord, and it's just whatever they say goes. And they don't ask me first. They don't, and because then what'll usually happen is if somebody gets banned, then they send me an email and I just ignore it, or I'll say, you got to take it up with the moderators. It's got nothing to do with me. Like I don't.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, because it does feel bad when somebody's like causing problems. I don't want to jump in there because I just want to be like, just like be cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I've had people that I knew were like really big fans of my show that were also being like hugely problematic in the Discord and just being disruptive. And it's like, well, what do I do?
Yeah.
But so I guess that's what I do is that I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, you have somebody else do it. That's the best way to do it, I think.
All right. So anyway, this is two things I wanted to say real quick about typewriters, I guess, is that like, I don't think this had happened yet the last time we recorded. I think I have 2 new typewriters now since the last time we recorded. And one of them I picked up over in the Bay Area when we were there spending the day. And like the listing on Facebook Marketplace only had one picture, and like the typewriter looked fine in the picture. So like I went to go pick it up and I could see like clearly the typewriter was kind of gross. But like I still wanted it. It was just gross. And so I just talked the guy down. I'm like, hey man, this is pretty dirty. You're going to have to, I said, I can give you this instead of what, you were asking, which he even told me he got it because he was cleaning out a house.
Okay.
So he didn't pay anything for this thing, but I didn't say that to him, but I'm saying like, I knew that like, you don't really have any skin in this game. So, I paid him, he said that was fine. And I paid him what I paid him, and then I I got home and that typewriter was in a lot worse condition than I thought, you know?
Okay.
And, but I wasn't even like upset about it. Like I was like, oh man, okay, this needs like, there was like
Makes for a bigger challenge to clean it up, right?
Well, it was just like, you know, I don't know what you call sort of the outer shell or whatever of the typewriter, you know, like the cover or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It had like some surface rust on the inside, so you know I had to like clean all that off, and then I went and got like it's dark gray on the inside where the rust was, so I had to go get like I had a can of black Rust-Oleum, and so I went and bought a can of gray Rust-Oleum, and I mixed them until I got color match, and then like repainted the whole inside after I got all the rust out of there, and then like
oh geez,
there was like a couple 3 things on the typewriter that were broken that I had to like literally repair. And then I don't know if it used to belong to maybe a school or something, but in a couple spots on the outside of the typewriter, it had like a serial number of some sort or a property tag number like carved into the paint. But there was nothing I could really do to fix that. So I was like, well, I'm just going to put some stickers over it, you know? And then if I'm going to put stickers on that, I might as well just like sort of festoon the typewriter with stickers.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, I mean, I'm saying this because like, I mean, this thing, it smelled, the case for it, you know, the carrying case still kind of need, I need to clean it. Still smells like.
What did it smell like?
It looked
cigarettes
like
or?
musty. No, like just musty.
Okay.
But like the case looks like it might have some water damage, you know. So, but I mean, I cleaned the living crap out of the typewriter, and then did all the repair work and sort of restoration work, and it's funny because it's kind of become my favorite typewriter, and I feel like, you know, it's kind of like sort of the Japanese art of kintsugi, where you know you repair broken pottery, but you repair the cracks with gold because you're making the repair itself sort of like conspicuous. Because that like adds value. Like this was such a nice teacup or whatever that it was repaired instead of being thrown away. Right.
Right.
And like, that's how I feel about this typewriter is like, you know, this, cause now, I mean, it's got stickers on it, but I think it's got cool stickers on it. And other than that, like now it looks like it's in very good condition and it's very clean. And any of the rusty spots, like I said, I paint matched it. And so you would never know they were there, and it feels wonderful to type on. And I think having done all that to it, it just kind of gives it more added value to me.
Yeah.
Even though
you
like,
made it your own.
Now that I know, you know, now that I know how much work it took, I still way overpaid for it, but like, I don't care because I don't, like the time I spent working on it was like time well spent, you know? And like, you know, now it's upstairs on my dining room table because I've been up there typing on it a lot.
What stickers did you put on it?
So it had, like one of the places where there was a serial number scratched on it was on the back, and it's like sort of a thin piece of metal. So I had to have like a long thin sticker. I didn't really have one, but I looked in sort of my, you know, I've got sort of a supply of stickers that aren't stuck to anything yet, you know, and I found a really cool Amoeba record sticker that was like a 3-inch.
Oh, nice.
It was like a 3-inch round sticker, but the actual Amoeba records on it was not very tall, and it's written in like it looks like it's written in green slime, sort of like Nickelodeon style. And so I was able to cut that sticker and put it across the back. So I got that one back there, and then on the side where there's another serial number, I took one of my CGQ stickers, like the 3-inch round ones, and I cut it and put it over that one. And then I don't know if you ever read Richard Scarry books when you were a kid, like The Busiest People Ever and stuff like that.
I know that name.
I think Richard Scarry did Mr. Paint Pig, but there was like a character in his books called Lowly Worm, who was like a worm that had like a hat and a bow tie. And I happened to be in a bookstore that I like over in Sac, and they had all these Richard Scarry stickers, and they had Lowly Worm. So I stuck that on there. I got a German flag sticker and put that on the back because the typewriter's made in Germany. So I was like, you know, stick a German flag on there, you know. I got a couple other little things on there, but I don't know. I just think it makes it more visually interesting, even because it's like personalized. But like I said, again, it's like every time I type on that, it's like that, you know, that typewriter might have had one foot in the grave, right? Like if someone,
and you single-handedly brought it back.
Yeah. I mean, because that typewriter needed repairs that like maybe most people would not have the intestinal fortitude to do. Yeah. You know. And then
how long did it take you to do the whole thing?
I mean, we got home like one evening, and it took me the whole rest of that evening, and then maybe half the next day.
Oh, that's not even that bad.
No, but I mean, it was like hours, right? I mean, if you tried to pay a typewriter repair shop to do that, it would be very expensive, you know. But
yeah,
you know, I like tinkering with stuff and fixing stuff. So to me, it wasn't even work, right? It was just a nice way to spend a Saturday, you know.
Yeah.
And then I got this other typewriter last week that was just here in town, and it had been listed for like a week, and I just didn't want to get it because it literally said it was broken in the listing. That was it was a 1947, so it's my oldest typewriter now. It's a 1947 Remington noiseless, and the listing just said that the carriage doesn't advance when you type. So in my head, I was kind of like, oh, baby, because a lot of people are, you know, they've never had a typewriter before, and they get a typewriter, and they're like, oh, it's broken because the carriage lock is just on, and they don't know that. Like, carriages have locks on them for when you're gonna, because if you don't lock the carriage, then you're gonna break. You know, if you bang the carriage or something, you're gonna break the gear that drives the carriage. The escapement it's called. So I thought, well, maybe these people just have the carriage lock engaged and they just don't know it, you know? But then they lowered the price to like $40. And I'm like, you know, it's literally on my way to work and it's $40. And it's like this cool, cause it looked like, you know, cosmetically, it's like, this looks like it's in pretty good condition, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, so I go to pick it up and like the husband comes out, like they're both out in their driveway. They're like packing their house to move. Right. And so they're both out in their driveway, and it was the wife selling it. But I guess it was the husband's typewriter. And so then he's telling me, he's like, oh yeah, the drawstring or whatever is broken and I just never got around to fixing it. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. So it's not just something as simple as the carriage lock being on, but I was like, okay, well, whatever. I can fix a drawband. And so I give him the $40 and I took it to my office and I just kind of spent most of the day in my office at work fixing the typewriter, but because we have a shop at work, right? And so it's like if I need something, I just took it over to the shop because they have an like an air hose with the air gun on the end of it, and so and I have, you know, solvents at work, and so I, you know, did all that and I cleaned all the crap out of the inside of it, and then he was able to find, like, somebody had fixed it at some point, like I'll put fix in air quotes, because they used the wrong kind of material to make the new drawband. And so that's kind of why it got screwed up again. But my buddy that works in the shop over there gave me some plumb bob line, which was an excellent material to use to fix it. But it's like I did that, and then like it was having a problem with one of the keys that I couldn't fix. So I had to I drove it over to Oli's and he fixed it. And then I got it home and there was something else wrong with it that I had to, like, something was bent and I had to get that fixed, and, you know, and so it's kind of the same thing. I'd put kind of a lot of work into this thing. And so then, you know, it makes me sort of value it and appreciate it more because, you know, because now it works perfectly. Right. And it looks nice. And then, so the reason I'm telling the story is because, like, I didn't really know how to feel about this, but then I get a message on Facebook, you know, through the Facebook Messenger from the woman I bought the typewriter from. And she wants to buy it back. Because she's like, well, if, you know, now in her defense, she assumed I was buying it to fix it and flip it, which is not true. Like, I think she thought I was just one of these like typewriter flippers.
Is that like a thing that's happening?
I mean,
I guess like all hobbies are being ruined.
Yeah.
Now.
And, you know, so she's like, well, you know, if you're going to sell it, you know, we would like to buy it back. Which fair, like, I don't have a problem with that, but then she like says my husband really loves that typewriter. And like that annoyed me because like he didn't fix it. Like, I fixed it. And like I've literally been a typewriter hobbyist for like a month. So it's not like I'm some guy who has like years of experience fixing typewriters.
Like, but you already had this friend who's like a pro.
Like, I just watched a video. Well, okay, yeah, I had to have Oli fix the one thing, but I'm saying, but the typewriter was usable without Oli fixing that thing. It was just like one of the keys was sticking because the linkage was bent, and he has like the tool to properly like reform a linkage. So I let him do it. But I'm saying, like, The main thing that was wrong with it was the drawband was broken, and I was able to fix that myself. And so could he have. And I think it annoyed me because then now I feel guilty because I told her no. I said I was not buying it to resell it, and I fixed it, and I'm really enjoying typing on it, so I'm going to keep it. But then I felt guilty.
So what did you do?
It's sitting upstairs. Like I'm not selling it. But it was just like I think it bothered me that the part where it's like, well, my wife or my husband loves that typewriter. It's like, well, he didn't treat it like he loved it.
Yeah.
You know, the inside of it was all gummed up and dirty. So it's not like he did anything to it. Like, well, let me get this cleaned up and then I'll figure out, you know. Like it didn't take any special tools to fix what was wrong with it. And I literally found a YouTube video fixing that exact problem on that exact model typewriter.
But don't you kind of feel like, oh, wouldn't it be kind of neat to give this back to this guy?
No.
Now well, I mean,
no, because that's like
fixed up.
That's like I'm going to adopt your dog from you because your dog needs a bunch of vet treatment that you don't want to give it. So you're just like, I'm just going to rehome the dog, right? And then I come take the dog. Hey, I'll adopt your dog from you. And then I take the dog to the vet and get it all fixed up. And then you're like, well, now we want to buy our dog back. Why? So you can mistreat it some more? Like, I know I'm comparing a living thing to a typewriter, but I'm saying like.
Yeah. But what if you said I would give you, if you said, oh, I restored it, I did all this stuff to it, they might give you more money.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't trying to buy
those.
it back for the $40 I spent on it. Like, she wasn't trying to do that. Like, they just wanted to buy it back and wanted to know how much I wanted.
Oh, okay.
But, and like I said, I wasn't like rude to her when I responded. I was just like, oh, you know, no, like I didn't buy it to flip it. I fixed it. I bought it to fix it because I want it and I'm keeping it. I enjoy typing on it.
Oh, no.
Well, I don't think I'm not quoting myself there, but
that would be very funny though. You're like, well, but no.
I don't know. I wouldn't have been like, I'm probably making a mountain out of a molehill, but it's just like if she hadn't have said the thing about her husband saying, oh, he loved that typewriter. Like that typewriter was for sale for a while. And I only bought it because they dropped the price to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden, oh, he loved that typewriter. Because I even
it's
told
like
them
they wanted somebody to restore it and then to buy it back.
Yeah.
And now I have to do it themselves.
Because like I had even told them, because I don't know if I mentioned this, I had fixed up an electric typewriter, like not an electronic typewriter, like an old electric typewriter from like the 70s that I got at Goodwill for like $12, and it was all kinds of messed up. And like I cleaned it up, I got it fixed, and the thing just types awesome. But I don't like electric typewriters, really. And I offered to them, I said, I will trade you straight across this electric typewriter for the typewriter that you're getting rid of. And I put a lot of time into that other typewriter, so I'm screwing myself by trading it to them for a $40 broken typewriter. But I was like, well, I just want to get rid of this. And they go, oh, yeah, we might be interested in buying that from you, but they want the other one that I fixed, It's like, no. Nah.
I already put all my own time into it.
Yeah, but I really like it. It's the quietest typewriter. It's a noiseless typewriter. It really is like not noise.
Oh, okay.
Clearly it's not noiseless. That's not possible.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the electric one is.
No. The old 1947 one is. It's so quiet. Okay. It's like freakish. Like I can type on that while my wife is sleeping and it won't bother her.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's from the 40s. It looks cool. I named it Dixon. That's its name, Dixon.
Dixon. Do you have names for all of them? I'm
kind of working on it. Like that one's, I named that one Dixon after Dixon Hill, which is like the private investigator character that Captain Picard likes to go like cosplay as on the holodeck. Because that typewriter reminds me of something that would be on like an old grizzled 1940 PI's desk. He's got like a fedora and a cigarette.
Yeah.
And then this one.
I was gonna say I saw that one in the corner here.
Yeah.
Your camera feed.
Yeah. So I got this is heavy, so I gotta pick it up here. But is that? Oh yeah, that's good. So
that's an Olympia.
Yeah. This is an Olympia SM9, but see, it's got the wide carriage. that sticks out on the sides. This is a 13-inch carriage instead of a 9-inch carriage. So this is Falcor.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, man, you look like a condor or something. I got to think of a cool name for you that's like bird of prey related, you know, like a condor. And then I don't know why Falcor jumped in my mind, which of course Falcor, if I'm remembering correctly, is the flying dog from Neverending Story. So not even a bird, a dog, but Falcor is just a cool name. Because I was like,
it is.
The whole thing got started because I was referring to this typewriter as Wide Boy. And I'm like, well, that's just that's mean. Like,
now you're concerned
like
about
that sounds
pejorative,
feelings. You know. So I was like, you're a Falcor, that's Dixon, and then the one with the stickers all over it, I'm still trying to think of a good name for, you know.
Yeah.
Like something, you know, like related to like, you know, reincarnation or immortality, but without sounding like pretentious, you know. Like Osiris would be perfect, but like that sounds super pretentious. Oh, this is my typewriter, Osiris. Like, come on. I've been kind of leaning towards Frank.
Yeah.
For that one. Just because I remember that there's like a scene in Seinfeld where you know, Frank, it's the one where Kramer has like a Jewish singles night. He hosts a Jewish singles night. And he gets Frank Costanza to do all the cooking, but then Frank swore he'd never cook again because he like poisoned a bunch of his guys in the Korean War by over seasoning some bad meat.
Oh, geez.
And then you know, but he's cooking for all these people, and somebody says something to him about, oh yeah, you seem like you're right in your element or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, I feel reborn. I'm like a phoenix rising from Arizona. And I'm not going to name it Phoenix because I hate the city of Phoenix. But then I was thinking, oh, you could be like, I could name that typewriter like Frank for Frank Costanza, but I don't like that either. So
there you go. That's took you a long ways to get there.
Yeah.
You know, to that name.
We'll see. But anyway, that's all I want to talk about typewriters. It's just like the act of buying. Like I think I find a lot of happiness in like serviceably broken typewriters. Right? Like if they've been dropped and they're like totaled, then that's just sad. But when you get a typewriter that just like, it just needs someone to show it some love and you get it fixed up. I just think that's,
it works.
Is rewarding, you know?
Yeah.
And then I can give it away to other people.
Give it away to people.
Like you.
It's way more fulfilling to give stuff away, I think, to people that you think that, you know, will appreciate it. Right.
Well, I mean, I just think you buy a typewriter, it doesn't work, you know, I get to fix it up. That's fun. Then I'll use it for a little while to see, oh, what are these typewriters like? You know, you use it and you're like, okay, I got my fill of that. Now, like, who do I know that needs a typewriter or has expressed interest in a typewriter? So.
Because you're not going to just have them all there eventually.
Well, I'm not trying to hoard typewriters, man. Like I have like 2 more typewriters I want. But, you know, like I said, your typewriter is sitting over here. It's getting ready to fly. And then I've got another typewriter that I think I'm going to send to my sister. So that makes room for
those 2 more.
Well, I want one for my office at work too. So like that one's not even going to live in my house. So there's really only
I thought you had like the electric ones upstairs. You said.
No, the electric one's in my office at work.
Okay.
But I don't, it's just loud. And like, I don't feel comfortable using it at work because it's so loud.
You need another silent one then.
Well, I'm not going to get a silent one. I'm going to get another like Falcor here, but with the standard width carriage, which that's what Frank is too. Frank looks just like this typewriter, except with a standard width carriage. So like the carriage is flush with the sides when it's centered.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm getting a third one of those, but with a black keyboard. And that's going to be my office typewriter.
Nice. Hey, I wanted to ask you about your watch.
Oh, okay. What do you want to know? It's just a swatch.
I don't think... I noticed it last time and I wrote it down. I was meant to ask you about it last episode.
Let me take it off so I can hold it up in a less awkward way. Yeah, it's just...
Was it brand new or it looks like it's...
No, I've had this for a while now. Year maybe or something. But yeah, it's just a swatch. Oh, it's funny because I get, like, there's certain things that I just get a lot of compliments or attention. Like, oh, that's a neat watch. Or like when I wear my shiny glasses here, people always kind of, And so someone's like, wow, that's, I wanted to ask you about someone else said like the same thing. Oh, I wanted to ask you about your watch. I'm like, oh, it's just a swatch. And then they're like, oh, just a swatch. And I'm like, well, kind of. I mean, swatches are pretty cheap. Like, it's not like I have a Rolex that's like cost prohibitive, It's just, I just think Swatch makes really neat watches. But I just like this one. It's blue. The face is like a mirror. It's got some pin, like the hands are pink, and then the little dial / button on the side is pink. I just thought that was pretty cool. So,
it looks like it could be. Is it waterproof?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's water resistant at least. I mean,
yeah,
pretty much any watch you buy now is at least water resistant to a few meters, right? So you can wash dishes. I was
recently looking at the Casio website, and they still make those calculator watches.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
I think it's really cool, and they're not even that expensive.
Yeah, I have one, but I don't.
I thought about getting one. Not that I would really have a reason to use it. It's just something about it that it's. I had a friend who had one, and then when it broke, he just got another one. He just kept on getting them.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't even really use the calculator function on it, I think he just liked it, right? So there's something that I enjoy about them, and I would like to just have one, even though I wouldn't probably really wear it.
Well, you should get one then.
Yeah, maybe I should. They have all kinds of cool different colors of it now too.
Yeah.
But it's very cool to me that they never stopped making that.
Yeah. I used to have, I have two right now, but one of them broke, but I don't have the heart to throw it away. Like, I don't know something happened to the screen or something. But
you just had it for so long that.
No, I hadn't even had it for that long. But like when I was in, I think 7th grade, I got a Casio data bank watch for Christmas because I asked for it. That's like a calculator watch, but you can put phone numbers and stuff in it. Like you can put your contacts in there. And I always thought that was real neat. Because, back then we didn't have like smartphones or anything like that. If you were a kid running around, I had everybody's phone number that I needed right on my wrist. I could always look up, whatever if I needed to.
Yeah.
And that one broke. I think I had that one for like 2 years, and then it broke. I was a freshman in high school when it broke. Mm-hmm. And then like, I don't know, 10 or 12 years ago, like I found, I think it was even on Amazon or something, you could still buy that exact same watch. And so I got another one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got another one that was a little bit of a different style, but it was still like a Casio databank calculator watch. And that one still works, but the one that I like more, because it looks like the one I had when I was a kid, like I said, the screen broke. Or at least it appears that way. I could always open it up and see if there's like a connection in there that I could, but I'm not going to wear it. So like, I guess I have other things to work on, Like for when it comes to Casios, like I'm really big into their the G-Shocks, but like the standard.
Okay, yeah.
But I like the standard. What is it, like a FW 5600 or whatever line, where it's like all of they have a whole line of watches, but they're all based on the original G-Shock design.
Yeah,
because they have all kinds of crazy ones, and I don't really like those as much. But the standard.
Well, the G-Shocks have just been around for a long time, right?
Yeah.
They're just like known for being really resilient.
Yeah.
Right? They just last forever.
They're very hard to break. In fact, I think the ones I've had two of them that sort of broke, but it was like the band or the plastic that broke.
Yeah.
Like it was never the internal, I don't know if you call it a movement when it's a digital watch, but I don't know what else to call it. Like I've never had that break or like had the screen fail or anything like that, because they're built to, but I just like it because, I'm kind of a bigger dude or whatever. And like, like this watch is a pretty big watch, but I feel like on my wrist, it just looks kind of normal.
Yeah. It's just very eye-catching because I would just catch a little glimpse of it when you're, where their hands are up. And I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
If I didn't know, it almost looks like a toy watch.
Yeah, that's fair. It does actually tell time though. And
yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it, but it does click.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, I like to have a little bit of flair. I always put red shoelaces in my shoes, and I got my little, I got a couple of like kind of flashy, or I don't know what else to call it, but loudly colored Swatch watches. And then, my stupid mirror eyeglasses.
Yeah. Is that something you've always done?
No, I think
are red shoelaces like a thing that you've always tried to do? Or
no, that started a few years ago when I just bought like some gray sneakers,
Mm-hmm.
And I think my recollection was that I bought a pair of like, I don't know how to say if it's like Saucony or Saucony or
Yeah. I know. You're
whatever
talking
the
about.
hell the brand is.
Mhm.
They used to have these sneakers called Jazz.
All
I
right.
don't know if they're still around anymore, but like they would always come with 2 pairs of laces in 2 different
Okay.
colors so that you could pick which one you thought looked cooler, which I
Mhm.
thought was a neat thing to do. Cause like how much does a pair of shoelaces cost the shoe manufacturer? Right. So, but as a consumer, I get that. And I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool and thoughtful, you know? Um, so I get this pair of like gray, shoes, and it came with 2 pairs of laces, but I think like both of the colors, I was like, that's pretty boring. Like it was like maybe
Yeah.
white and gray. And I was like, what really
Right.
would make these shoes pop are red shoelaces. And so I put some red shoelaces in them and they just looked really cool. And ever since that's become just like my thing is I buy like gray shoes or grayscale shoes, and then I
Mhm.
get I buy separately red shoelaces and put them in there, and it just looks cool.
And a lot of people probably notice, right?
I don't think I've gotten any comments on that. I
Oh,
mean, I don't do this stuff to get like I'm not trying. This is not like attention seeking behavior. It's just like
but it's like you want to have something
it's
unique,
more about
you
just
know?
like I want to have a personal style that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good way to
and
put it. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I kind of consider myself to be a little bit of a artsy fartsy creative person.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I like to have at least accessories that I wear that maybe kind of reflect that. Because like the clothes I
so
wear
you've really started to
usually
embrace that, I guess,
Say that
in
again?
recent years. Have you always embraced that, or
No,
is-
it's become
you
more
find
of a
it-
recent thing, I think.
That's
The
cool.
last 5 or 8 years or something. But
Yeah.
because I think I wear generally like pretty boring clothes, and so this is sort of the way that I like jazz it up. You know,
Yeah.
like you know, like Albert Einstein is famous for only having like one outfit, but having just a
Yeah.
bunch of copies of it. Like that would be like my dream.
Yeah, but isn't that Steve Jobs did the same thing, right? Where it's just you don't want to have to think about that, so you just have like one outfit and you just
Yeah, but
you don't even have to
it's
think about
not
it,
even
yeah.
about not thinking about it for me. It's just about like I have certain clothes that I wear where it's like these are my favorite clothes. Like they're comfortable, but I
Yeah.
also think I look really nice. And so if I could just have 7 sets or whatever of those,
Mhm.
and then, you know, summer and winter, you know, summer version, winter version, and then not have to worry about it anymore. Because just sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, my favorite shirts are dirty. So now I'm kind of wearing the B team stuff. And, you know, I'm just not as happy when I'm wearing that stuff. If that
Yeah.
probably some people don't care, but, you know, I think, I mean, I like to psychoanalyze myself, and like, I feel like, you know, when I was a kid growing up, you know, I didn't get to wear like the cool stuff, you know, like when I was growing up,
Mhm.
you know, and I don't know if this was all over the country. I mean, I grew up obviously in California. So, you know, wearing like stuff that was like surf and skate branded was,
Yeah.
that's what
like
was
Thrasher
cool.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, or like if
Ocean
you had, like, you know,
Pacific.
Vans shoes and, you know,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
and all that, you know, TNC Surf Design shirts and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. That's, you know, Quicksilver. Like that was the cool
Mhm.
stuff, you know, but we didn't have money for that. Like most of my clothes came from like, you know, Ross's and Marshalls and TJ Maxx and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was like one more thing to give me a lack of self-confidence, right? Is like
Yeah.
whatever problems I had at school, I was also dressed in a way that made me like an easy target.
Mhm.
And so I think that now, like it's probably unhealthy, I guess, but I'm saying, because if I was really super mentally healthy, I wouldn't care, right? But
Yeah.
I care deeply. And so like for me as an adult, it's like, but it's not about me wearing stuff that I think society is going to think, but it's about me wearing stuff where like, this is what I really like. And it makes me feel good when I'm wearing it, you know?
Mhm.
Like, I think didn't I tell that story recently on my show, like about my red Nike high tops when I was in like 8th grade. I don't remember if I did or not, but it was just like, I'll make it quick, but I was in like the 8th grade and I needed a new pair of shoes. And I told my mom, like, hey mom, I need new shoes. And instead of like taking me to get new shoes, she either told me or just asked me if that's what I wanted, but she just gave me money to go buy shoes. Like, I don't remember if that was her saying, I don't want to buy you, you deal with it. Or if it was her saying, do you want me to just give you the money and you can go pick out your own shoes? You know, I don't remember. But she gave me the money and I rode my bike, you know, to like a sporting goods store. And I found what I thought was this really cool pair of, they were Nike high tops. They were not Nike Air, which would have been cooler back then, but these were just Nike standard. But they were like basketball shoes. They were like these red high tops, and they had like a little bit of gray on them and stuff, but the main color was red, you know. And I had big feet. I still have big feet, but at least now I'm like an adult, right? So like I have size 13 feet, but I don't think, you know, but I'm also 6 feet tall, so I don't think anybody's looking at my feet and being like, "Oh, you got some big feet," right? But when I was a kid, you know, I was like a late bloomer. So like when I was in junior high, I was pretty small, but I still had big feet. And so I showed up to school on Monday wearing these big red shoes, and I had people making fun of me saying like, "Oh, what are those, like clown shoes?"
Oh, no.
No, this is the thing. I absolutely did not care. For like the first time, like, first time in my life, I was like, these shoes are cool as fudge. I don't care what you have to say about them. And so like that's how
awesome.
I feel now, right? Because I'm wearing, like, you know, I could see a lot of people having comments like about my shiny glasses, or like, you know, my watch has pink highlights, you know, and, you know, certain guys would have something to say about that. But I just literally do not care, because like I think it's cool. And like that's how. So on one hand, it's like I'm flying my own flag. But on the other hand, like I said, if I was really more with it, I could just wear, you know, Fruit of the Loom t-shirts from Walmart and not care, you know. So obviously I care.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It makes me want to
But you're always wearing, like, every time we do this show, you're wearing a different cool t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you have a cool t-shirt collection, in my opinion.
I do. Yeah. I really need to go through and get rid of a lot of stuff, though. I got to do a major closet clean out.
Yeah.
I've really gotten into these. I don't know if you probably see them advertised online. These they're just blank T-shirts from a True Classic.
I might have seen them. I don't know.
They're just really, really comfortable, and they have like a specific cut to them that are I don't know, they're tighter around the arms, but they're like looser in the middle, so it like
maybe
fits.
Geared for a dad bod.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to specifically like make you look like you're in better shape than you are.
Well, see, I appreciate that, because what I don't like is that, like, when I have to size up on a shirt, then, you know, it sizes up everywhere. So it's like, it's too big in the arms, but then also like this seam right here where your sleeve starts going down your arm too much when it should be up here. But it's like, I'm having to wear a bigger shirt because I got a gut, you know, because I'm almost 50. So
I highly recommend these True Classic shirts. I mean, if they want to sponsor this show,
I was going to say, if anybody out there from True Classics is listening, you should probably give us some money. That'd be cool.
I'll talk about them every time. I love them.
Yeah.
So, but they're just blank T-shirts.
Yeah. All right, I'll check.
And you know, you can get like for Father's Day, I got a pack of 6. You know, like that's their basic 6. I don't know. Like they have like that's the one everybody orders, I guess. And there's like 6 different colors in there.
Yeah.
And I've really started to enjoy like heather gray.
Yeah. I love heather gray.
Yeah. So
that's a good base layer too. Like you can build on top of heather gray, like if it's, you know, in cooler weather, I'm saying.
Yeah. So my wife found this T-shirt from a local brewery called Darkness Brewery. It's like a really nice heather gray T-shirt. It was at Goodwill. She found it.
Oh, okay.
And the brewery is like a mile away from this Goodwill, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
So maybe it was somebody who worked there or whatever. But you know, she got this shirt. It was $5.99, and it's like a heather gray, but it has like the logo, and it actually has something on the back. I'm not a big fan of things on the back of my T-shirts.
Not to interrupt your story, but may I ask why?
I just don't like it.
Is it a feel thing, or it's just a look thing?
It's just a look thing.
Okay.
I'd rather have something like, and
so
like
you don't
small
like
in the chest. I also hate things on t-shirts where it's like the entire, it's like some big thing that takes up the entire shirt, front of the shirt. I don't like that either.
Okay.
I mean, I like something that's like this size, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, this thing has like a thing on the back, but it's fine. But this shirt has like become my favorite shirt.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's just, it fits me really good. And it's like a heather gray, and it has like a thing on the back, but it's not very distracting. And it has like the darkness logo, which almost looks like a castle, looks like the Castlevania logo.
Oh, I mean,
a little bit. The word darkness is.
You should get a clipboard and a hard hat, and then wear that into the brewery, and just be like, "Yeah, I'm here to grab one of the kegs real quick for a thing." The bar down the street said they were out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be ideal.
Something to try.
Yeah. But it's become my favorite shirt. So, you know, and I don't have a lot of other heather gray shirts. Like the only other one that I really like is there's like several shirts that I've like have been wanting to get. You know, I got that Sub Pop shirt years ago when I was in
the airport.
In the airport in Seattle.
Yeah. SeaTac. It's SeaTac Airport.
Okay. Either way, like, I didn't buy anything
system
when I was in Seattle, and then like Sub Pop store in the airport got me.
Yeah.
I love that shirt, but it's like I've worn it so much that kind of has a hole in it.
Why don't you just buy another
so I need
one,
to get
man?
another.
They have an online shop. Sub Pop
exactly,
does.
and I'm going to. But you know, I also want to get an NPR shirt. And I found out the NPR has an official like store.
Yeah.
Which is good, and I want to get a PBS shirt. Which I found out also has an official store.
I would love like an NPR Tiny Desk shirt if they had that. I freaking love those Tiny Desk concerts.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen a whole bunch of them, but
Devo did one, and you're
them.
about to become a Devo fan, whether you like it or not. So you might as well.
Well, I think
start
that everybody
educating
that
yourself.
does one,
it
makes you a fan of them.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole thing, like the one that was like is like one of the most interesting and iconic one is like the T-Pain one.
Have
you ever heard anything about that?
Well,
you know,
I know who
T-Pain
T-Pain is with the auto tune.
Yeah, so he gets in there.
Yeah.
And I think that he was like not prepared.
Oh no.
To like, he didn't know exactly what it was going to be.
I see.
And
he didn't do.
Everyone was like,
homework.
"Oh my God, is he going to get in there and like how's he going to do this without any kind of auto tune?"
Yeah.
Anyways, he gets in there and he's like an amazing singer.
Well, yeah.
It's
I mean,
like,
maybe he just uses auto tune as like an artistic thing.
Well, it is
like Cher did. That doesn't mean he can't sing.
But going into it, people didn't realize that he was like a good singer.
So that just turned him into even bigger.
Everyone was like, "Holy crap,
legend!" Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's pretty neat though. Like that's the one that made people really go crazy about him. Or I mean, about the Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
You know, it got a lot of people's attention.
Yeah. I mean, a PBS shirt would be cool, but I'd want it to have like an old school like logo from when I was a kid.
Well, both NPR and PBS have like, 70s and 80s like
both
logo
the intro
too.
and the outro to Weekend Rental, well, my show in general now, I guess, are both homages, to PBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was PBS raised me, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, I mean, they're getting screwed over.
Yeah.
Same with NPR, but I saw this one shirt online that I really wanted.
Yeah.
And my wife got me a version of this shirt, and it ended up being like just a cheap Chinese knockoff that was it covered like half my stomach. I don't even know what it was.
You can wear that. Really short. Wear that to the pool and whatnot, and
Yeah, but it's
show off your piercing. Your belly button piercing.
It's a shirt that it has NPR, but it's written like the MTV logo.
Oh,
like the N.
Yes,
and then it says like I want my NPR.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I really wanted it. I saw it someplace else, and then she found it, and it was just like a complete piece of junk.
Yeah.
So
I
don't know if that's like a.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know it's like an hour and 40 minutes, but I still got more stuff. If that's okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you have more stuff?
How about one more thing?
Oh, you have one more thing?
No. I mean, how about you hit me with one more thing? Because my son's going to be home here in a minute. He's been at the water park all day.
Oh, that's good for him. Hopefully,
going on water slides for the first time.
Hopefully, he doesn't have
Kings
a sunburn.
Island. Yes.
Worst sunburn I ever got in my life was at a water park because nobody gave me sunscreen when I was a kid. So it's not something wasn't on my radar, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to merge these two things into one thing because they're related anyways. But so was Thursday, I think. Yeah, it was Thursday because normally, well, I shouldn't say normally, but like we're trying to get in the habit of recording on Thursdays. And I had to tell you I couldn't record on Thursday because I drove over to Sac and I had breakfast with my sister, who I haven't seen in at least a decade.
Wow.
Yeah. My sister's like a world traveler. So.
Wow. So you haven't seen her in 10 years.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I've talked to her, but I haven't seen her in person. But.
What was that like?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she look completely different?
I mean, she looked like her, but older, you know. I mean, she's in her early 40s. She's 8 years younger to me, so she's in her early 40s. But, you know, she's, like I said, she's like, she goes and like lives in other countries for a while just for fun. I'm going to go do this for a while and just does it, you know.
How does she what does she do for a living that allows her to have that kind of freedom?
Just shows up there and finds a job. Like she's like a floater. Like she just go like, you know, I'll figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
Like
that's cool.
First time she did that, she was like 18, about to turn 19. And she just went to Cambodia. She's like, I'm just going to go to Cambodia. And I asked her, I'm like, why Cambodia? She's like, I don't know. So I'm like, you didn't have like a job lined up. No. She just said, I had $200 in my pocket and then they make you pay for a tourist visa over there. So that was $50 and I had $150 in my pocket. I just, you know, figured stuff out.
That's wild.
She lived there for like 2 years.
Jeez. I could not do that.
I mean, I wouldn't do it either, but like, you know, as a result, she has all kinds of cool stories. And so I like to hear about all of her stories. And I'm very supportive of her doing all that kind of stuff. You know, she's more of a free-spirited, my wife refers to her, she's like bohemian, you know.
Yeah. Would she ever be on this podcast, you think?
I doubt it.
Okay.
But that would be cool because she has a lot cooler stories than I do.
I think that'd be really, really interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, so, you know, I mean, we hung out for like 3 hours because we hadn't seen each other in a long time.
Yeah.
Because now she lives in New York.
Okay.
She moved to Brooklyn from Thailand. So,
okay.
But she thinks she's going to stay in Brooklyn. She says she likes it there, and that's like where our.
You tell her the person you do a podcast with used to live there too.
No, I don't like
Brooklyn?
to. I don't like to be a name dropper. Be like, you know,
Corey
Carlson. Ever heard of him? You know. But anyway, so you know, and the thing is like, you know, we have. It's kind of like what you said. Like we have a small family, you know, and like our father, you know, passed away obviously when you know I was barely in high school, and you know. My sister barely remembers him at all even. And, you know, neither of us have any grandparents left, et cetera, et cetera. Like neither one of us has much family left. Like, I think we basically both have our respective mothers and we have each other. And that's about it as far as blood relatives go. So, but anyway, I mean, so talking to her and whatnot, like, you know, like she doesn't have a lot of like family photos or anything like that, you know? And so I told her, I said, I'll make copies of all my pictures. And so like now I'm working on, like I scanned every like family photo that I have. And like, I'm going to go have, I tried printing them out on my printer. Like I have a photo printer and it just didn't look that good. So like, and this is important. So I'm going to take them to like a photography place over in Sac and get them like printed out professionally.
Okay.
You know? And I'm going to make her like a nice photo album with like captions in it and stuff. Cause some of the pictures have like, you know, stuff written on the back. And so I'm going to just recreate that for her in like little text boxes and stuff like that. But that got me like really into like, and this is just like in the last couple days, right? Cause I just saw her on Thursday, but then like, so for the past 3 days, I've been like completely addicted to like going back to doing like genealogical research, which It's something I did like a long time ago and then kind of just stopped.
Yeah. Like you're talking research of like your family history and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Okay.
Because I just realized there's so much stuff we don't know, and like everybody's
Yeah.
dead, so there's nobody to ask, you know?
Right.
But there's like tons of, you know, like the last time I did this was probably like 15 years ago, and there's so much more information now online that you can find. And, you know, it's just really addictive because I just keep uncovering more and more information, and it just paints this whole picture. But then like other stuff happens where like that gives you just more questions, you know, like, well, wait, why'd that? But you can't ask. There's nobody to ask. All you can do is keep searching. And I just keep writing up everything I find. And, you know, I've got like an ancestry.com account because I'm putting together all this family tree and like, you know, attaching all this information that I find to each person. And it's just really, really fascinating. So I would suggest anybody that is at all interested in stuff like that to do it.
And is there a lot of information on ancestry.com? You can, by having an account, you can find all this stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, I pay, so that makes it so that I have more. But you can do a lot with just a free, like a free account. Like I forgot what happened where I started paying because there was something I wasn't going to be able to do. But then I also have, there's like, I think it's is it Family Search or Family Tree, it's whatever. There's one of them that's owned by the Mormon Church, and I just have a free account over there, and I can look up a ton of other stuff because like the Mormon Church, for whatever reason, has gotten in the habit of like hoovering up like public records from all around the world and scanning them and then storing the
Really?
They have like some kind of NORAD kind of facility where they store all this stuff like in the middle of a mountain where it, you know, to protect it.
Yeah.
But they make it also
somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, but they make it all, you know, you can go with a free account and you can search all that stuff. Like I found like my grandmother and like all of her siblings, I found their birth records in like they were all born in like a little town of 3,000 people in like the mountains of Sicily.
Oh, wow.
And I found like literal like digital scans of all of their birth records. So I'm saying like that's the kind of stuff you can find now if you if you look.
How much is the account?
I think I'm paying like on Ancestry, I'm paying like $25 a month.
Okay.
But like I said, you can just do it free, like and just see how far you get.
I'd be curious to see what even comes up.
Yeah.
Because that's something that's like a huge blind spot for me. There's only certain things that I know.
And then I think the other thing that it does, and maybe this is like AI assisted, is like once you start building your tree, it'll start looking at other people's family trees and looking for overlap.
Okay.
To see if like, oh, maybe you're related to somebody like, you know, from 5 generations ago. And then it'll start helping you or making suggestions to fill in your tree. Like, oh, you got this person based on other trees. I think that this is that person's parents. And then you can review it and decide if you want to accept it and whatnot. So like I found people in my family now going back to like the 1600s.
Dang.
And that was people in
wild.
either Germany or Italy. So that's not even like domestic records, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that tonight.
Yeah.
I always thought it was kind of a scam, but I never really knew where they were getting.
Well,
their
I think there's a lot of
from,
those websites that are scams. I can't speak for the other ones, but like Ancestry seemed like it's solid to me. And then like I said, the other one I don't remember the name, but it's Family. I think it's Family Search, but I don't. Oh, here I have it right. Yeah, it's FamilySearch.org. Sorry, I looked on my laptop.
Well, if it's .org, that makes me feel it's probably better too.
Yeah, but they just have tons of stuff on there. So
that's cool. I'm glad you got to see your sister. That's really cool. So you don't know when you're going to see her again?
Well, she really wants me to come visit her. Because like we have family in Brooklyn, and I'm like, oh, have you gone and seen, you know, Uncle so-and-so and Aunt so-and-so? And, you know, I'm like, why don't you just show up on their doorstep and see what happens? And she's just like, well, you know, I would just feel better about it if you were with me.
You should go.
And I was like, all right, I'll do that. Because like she's never met
August 7th.
She's never met some of these people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she just feels weird just like reaching out to them like, hey, you don't know me. But like I'm older than she is, and like I know these, you know, like I grew up with these people, and so it's different.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. Oh yeah, and by the way, here's the sister of mine that you've never met or whatever. So, but it just have tons of stuff on there. So, Plus,
You should go in August and then go to the Long Island Retro Game Convention afterwards.
yeah, probably not going to do that. But I've never been to New York City, so it'd be fun.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to Connecticut, but I've never been to New York. So
That's right. I was only saying that because we're going to be at the Long Island.
no, I know what you're getting at. Yeah, but I don't get those kind of invites anymore because nobody wants to invite some guy.
They're
who
very few and far between.
spends his
for us,
time
'cause-
on a channel that only has like 10,000 subscribers.
And there's
That's the cool kids channel.
The channel does whatever they want to do, whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I want to move. I keep saying this, but I want to move Weekend Rental over to the main channel. I think it's ready for prime time, and then I'm going to wait until I finish the Super Graphics launch video.
You said you're going to do it with episode 25. That's when you said you're originally going to do
Well,
it.
I just don't want. You can't be gone for 2 years and come back with that kind of schlock. You got to bring something. But it's if I do here's a launch video, and then we're going to have Weekend Rentals, in between other big stuff. Then I feel like that's better because then I can start doing some typewriter videos on CGQ Plus.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you need to turn on the lights with when you're flipping back the lights on the channel.
Right.
It's got to be with something. It's got to be worth it for the people.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm still actively writing the script for the
That's great.
Super Graphics video. So, all right, that's it. That was my two things. So, see, I folded them into one thing.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw this out there. Obviously, we're out of time, but for next time, we have a couple of emails that have recently come in.
Oh, nice.
So let's do that next week.
Yeah. And everybody, think about what you think about the does it slap? Is it chopped?
Yeah.
Or should we eat it? Or should chopped be a different word?
Do you think we're going to be able to get friend of the show Shane up there in Prince Edward Island? Is he gonna if we change the format? Is he gonna write us a new song? That's kind of a big
God, I hope
ask.
so.
I hate to.
It is a big ask.
I hate to impose,
especially when the last one was so good.
Yeah, that's the. Well, I mean, we could also just keep using that one too. I hate to. I still get that one stuck in my head. Both of them really stuck in my head.
This is who just jumped on my lap.
It's a very cute cat.
Just wanted to be.
Shadow was down here when we
me.
started recording, but he left. So I don't know. He's sleeping somewhere, I'm sure.
I wish that she'd give me a little privacy.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you
interest
need privacy from a cat for? What is the cat ever doing? They just want to follow you around
I
and
just
be near
I just
you.
wanted to leave me alone for 5 minutes.
I don't even close my bathroom door because when I'm in there doing my business, because someone's going to want to come in there and I don't want to deal with. If you're in there doing stuff, would you rather have a cat in there or would you rather have a bunch of scratching and meowing? That's worse to me. Just let the cat in.
Well, it's just usually she's just talking and reaching underneath the door.
Yeah.
What I think is very funny is yesterday I talked about that same thing about she's always reaching under the door.
Yeah.
And a friend of the show on our Discord posted this picture of He-Man sitting on the toilet and Battle Cat's a hand going underneath underneath the bathroom door, which I thought was very funny.
You should send me that picture. I would like that.
I will.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's going to do it.
Yeah.
For this week.
For episode 63.
63.
63 episodes. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's a lot.
We're back in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone have a good week.
Yeah. We'll see you next week, though.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Take care.
Right.